There is a man who sits 3 desks from you. Call him Daniel. Daniel did everything right. He waited for his review. He walked in with a printed list of his wins. He asked for a 15% raise. He got 3. Here's the strange part. His manager was on his side. His manager fought for him. His manager came back almost apologetic and said the number was the number. So Daniel did what most of us do. He decided his manager had failed him. Daniel was wrong. His manager never had the power to give him what he asked for. The decision was made before the meeting started. It was made in a room Daniel will never enter, by a structure he has never seen. It is called a salary band. And once you understand how it works, you will never read your own paycheck the same way again. By the end of this, you're going to understand the salary band, the fixed range that has been quietly setting the ceiling on your pay for years. And once you see it, you'll stop blaming your manager, because your manager was never the one holding the pen. Start with what a salary band actually is. Every job title in your company has a level. Every level has a band. A band is just a range, a floor at the bottom, a ceiling at the top. You were not hired into a salary. You were hired into a box. When your offer came in, someone looked at the band for your level and placed you somewhere inside it, usually near the bottom. Not because of your worth, because of one number, what you were earning before. You told a recruiter your old salary or what you expected, and that number anchored everything that followed. The company did not pay you what you were worth. It paid you slightly more than you used to make, and then it called that a win. Now watch what happens next. Every year you get a raise, 3%, sometimes 4%. It feels like progress. It is movement inside the box. The band doesn't care how hard you worked. It moves once a year, set against the market by people you will never meet. Your raise is calculated as a percentage of where you already sit, so the person who started low stays low, forever in relative terms. Here's the part nobody warns you about. The band has a midpoint. That midpoint is what the company believes a fully competent person in your role should be paid. Not a beginner, not a star, a solid, competent professional. Most people who have done a job for 10 years assume they're above the midpoint. Most of them are sitting below it. And the system is designed to keep them there, because moving you up to the midpoint costs real money. Keeping you 10% under it costs nothing, except your loyalty, which the company has already decided it can afford to spend. Think about Marcus. Marcus finally got promoted. New title, new level. He's celebrated. Then the raise landed, 6%. He had crossed into a higher band and been placed at the very bottom of it. On paper, a promotion. In practice, a step that reset him to the floor of a new box. A bigger title, barely more money. That's the band working exactly as designed. Now let me show you the salary band doing its real work. A woman you have never met, call her Priya, was hired last year into your level doing your job. She negotiated hard. She came from a competitor. She had an offer in hand. So the company placed her high in the band, near the ceiling. You've been there 9 years. She's been there 9 months. She is paid more than you. This is what the system calls compression. And here is what makes it forensic, not personal. No one did anything wrong. Your manager did not betray you. Priya did not cheat. The band simply rewarded the person who was willing to walk away and quietly penalized the person who stayed.
That is the salary band, a fixed range set above your head that turns your loyalty into a discount. And once you have a name for it, you cannot stop seeing it. You see it in the new hire's confidence. You see it in the 3%. You see it in the apology on your manager's face. So let me say the thing no one said to you. You did everything right. You worked hard, you stayed, you were loyal. You were not naive. You were playing a game where the rules were written on a wall you were never shown. Being underpaid was not your failure. It was the design, working exactly as intended. But a design you can see is a design you can move inside. The band has a ceiling, but it also has a midpoint, and you are allowed to ask exactly where in it you sit. You are allowed to ask what it takes to reach that midpoint and by when. The number was never about your worth. It was about your position in a box. And now you know the box has a name. That is corporate GPS, the map they never handed you.